We're GFM, and you're watching the Mike Wolf YouTube channel.
Hi, I'm Dan Lawrence once again for the Mike Wolf YouTube channel. This time we are live at the Chains Unchained Festival in Aurora, Missouri. And highlighting us right now is probably going to end up being the highlight of the whole festival.
Oh my word.
The GFM band, which you guys originally, you call it GFM, but it's really Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh, eh?
Yeah, it's Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh, and we just go by GFM for short for all the radio stations out there that can't pronounce frankincense.
It's really easy to say, too. GFM's a lot easier, so.
It flows off the tongue, so.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I agree that it does. Where are you gals from?
We're from Jacksonville, Florida, so it's a little ways from here, but, you know, we had to make it out, so.
Right now we're on a 6-week tour. This is actually one of the last weeks of tour, so we're excited to stop by and hang out.
It's our first time being here, so actually first time in Aurora. One of the few times we played in Missouri. We don't play here a lot, so it's always fun to come back out here.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have played on the East Coast, because I remember seeing you in concert at Somerset, PA.
Yes, we play, like, all over the U.S. This is our third time touring all over the U.S., but by ourselves. So we got to pick specifically where we wanted to tour. And so, yeah.
So are you usually on tour with other bands? It's like a Summerfest thing like that?
Yeah. So we did 2 years in a row. We did the Summer Rock Fest tour, which was like the summer version of the City Rock Fest with all the Rock Fest bands. And so we were the opening band for that for 2 years. And then this year we decided to do it on our own and just, yeah, we're the headliners now. It's like,
well, that's what you deserve to be. You know, like, I'm not messing when I say I think this GFM is going to be one of the highlights of this whole festival.
I'm CJ. I'm the oldest. I play guitar and do, like, lead vocals with Maggie.
And I'm Maggie. I play bass and I share vocals with CJ, like she said, and then I do the screams in the band as well.
And I'm Lulu. I'm the youngest, and I'm the drummer, and I do background vocals.
Okay. So did y'all grow up in the Jacksonville area, in the actual city here, or around the suburbs?
We grew up, Jacksonville. I was born in Kansas, and so Maggie's born in Kansas, and
It was Kansas City. I don't know which side it was. It was one of the Kansas cities. I don't remember which one it was though. Yeah, I think it was Kansas.
But we all grew up in Jacksonville, and we play a lot of shows in Jacksonville when we're home. So it's a lot of fun to kind of get out where there's hills and livestock.
Hills and greenery.
Cows.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about some of your recordings. Let's talk about, like, your first few recordings, what they were involved in, and educate us.
Our first one, 2014 or 2015, we released our EP, the oldest EP we have, and then 2016 our album. That was our first thing we did. It was so, like, eye-opening to us that we could actually, like, do something like that with our producer, with Jake Jones and Justin Forshaw from We As Human. We went to Nashville for the first time. Then we met with Eric Farnell and Billy Decker, and they produced our new EP that's playing, like, all over the radio stations across the world. And
That's kind of where we actually found, like, our real sound, and we really discovered through our first song we wrote on that EP, which is Never Again. We kind of discovered that this is what beautycore is. This is what we want our sound to be. So while the other two were still us, we were a lot younger, and we had a lot of other people influencing us on what we should write about. So this EP is all, like, our thoughts and our original ideas, and then we got a lot of help from other people.
This is the new EP right here. It's called Oh the Horror. So you could probably enlighten me as to how y'all got that name for the CD.
Yeah, so the name for the CD actually came after the artwork. Because we just sent the music to Benjamin Land, and we just told him, hey, draw whatever you want for the album cover. We have no idea what to, like, make this. And so he came back with we came up with, like, 4, I think. And we picked.
Come up with the retro comic book type flavor.
That's, like, his expertise and everything. And we decided on the colors. We're like, hey, we wanted, like, the muted colors. We want to make it like a really vintage horror comic and everything, because we're just huge nerds when it comes to that stuff. We love it so much. And so then we were like, well, we have to make, like, a comic book title for it. Let's try and make it something like that. And we threw out a bunch of stuff, and nothing was working. And then I was just like, hey, what about Oh the Horror, like a scary thing? And then we're like, got it. That's it.
Yeah, because like throughout the songs, it's because Maggie and Lulu wrote a lot of them, their trials that they went through the past a couple years, and just like the horrors of growing up in like as a teenager and developing like your worldviews and just kind of like the nasty stuff that kids have to go through today. So
Just find it. It's kind of the entire like song tracks go through a story, and it starts with just a person who's like filled with insecurities, and just by the end of it you see how they've defeated those insecurities and they've become a stronger person. They've grown closer to God, and they just are unapologetically themselves now, and that shows in like the album cover too. We even were able to draw that in, and it's you can see like it's pretty on one side and then decaying on the other side. And so if you don't deal with your issues, you're going to be decaying on the inside until you like get with them and deal with them and fix them. You're going to just continually be decaying and rotting on the inside until it gets better.
Okay, now I'll admit I have not listened to your earlier CDs.
Yeah.
Would you say that what you are doing now is a little more heavier than how you started out?
yeah, definitely. But this is like our sound, what we wanted to sound like. It's not like completely different. We had some screaming in it, but this one is more of like the punk kind of feel to it, more of like poppy, more upbeat, kind of. It's like a positive screaming. If it could, you have to hear it to understand. But
It's kind of like the Warped Tour scene band. So if you like Warped Tour bands, it
And
sounds
there's
kind of like that.
There's a mixture of everything. So we
Yeah.
always like to make sure not every song sounds the same. So instead of doing a ballad, we do more pop punk. And then for our heavier songs, obviously we go heavier, but we always make sure there's a blend because
Yeah, we love
that's
the
just what we
singing in
love.
it as well.
That's one of the things I noticed at your show in Somerset, PA, that there was a real nice blend. Because like now I'm thinking to myself, these young girls and young guys that are coming to your concerts and they've never heard your music and going like all of a sudden, oh my gosh, all these cute girls that are up there playing Mashable records.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Just the shock from the crowd is a lot of times the most fun part, just because they don't expect us to be any type of music but pop. And like we've even had bands that we opened for like years ago just like push us away from the venue because they thought we were coming to the show. Like, oh no, the show doesn't start. And like, no, we're the opening band. And so, but when we did sound check and when we started playing, like their jaws hit the floor. And so that's one of the most rewarding parts, I guess.
Now some of those bands are opening for us, which is like.
But we're like we're really
weird.
good friends with them, so it's a lot of fun.
No, but,
we
like,
still joke about it.
It's weird that just how much we've grown over just the past years.
Yeah.
Of not only music, but like just our family, like our team GFM has grown so much. And
Plus Lou's grown. She's almost 6 feet now.
we get to meet a lot of them on their tour when we see it, and we actually have a bunch of fans coming here today that we've known for a really long time.
Yeah.
And
And they were actually coming to see GFM,
Yeah.
not just some of the other bands playing.
which
Yeah,
is
that's
really
just-
awesome.
super
And like they
cool.
come in our shirts, which is so cool
Yeah.
to see from on stage.
encourage everyone to stay for like the whole show. So it's like, don't just come to see us. Like, appreciate the other bands. Oh yeah, and but yeah, we definitely give all glory to God as well.
Yeah.
We love that people like give us kind words, but we make sure to like put it back on Him because like
He gave us the talent.
yeah, He gave it to us. So like
the reason
we have to
we're
give
still
credit where
traveling,
credit's due.
going. Yeah. Because our band has had multiple problems, but through the
Especially
grace of
this
God.
tour, we've had a lot of issues with our trailer and with
Yeah.
our band.
Your YouTube channel is called the GFM YouTube channel, right? Now, if you go and watch some of their adventures on tour, you'll see that these girls go through a lot just to get back and forth to their tour dates.
We had to replace an axle, the springs, tires. Rim of the tires. Like, we've destroyed so much stuff, but it was things where like we just thought the tire was flat, so we went to go check it, and they're like, if you would have like driven like this much, yeah, if you would have drove the next day, you would have like crashed. And so it's like,
But you know what?
yeah,
I talked to a lot of Christian bands, and it just seems like it's the devil really that's
I mean, it's
making bad things happen to their transportation, and it's like try to get you gals to get depressed on it, but don't give up. Don't give up. Seriously.
Romans 7:21, like when you do good, evil is going to be present there. Like, so don't be ignorant when you're doing good. Like, you have a target on your back. Like, be prepared. So yeah, we're prepared. We always talk about it every day because sometimes we get in like these like little petty like fights where like we have to like calm ourselves, look back, and like we have to realize why we're doing this.
You're all sisters, right?
We're all sisters, very stubborn-headed. So it's yeah, we're not like everything's all fairies and butterflies.
Years and years from now, you're going to say, God, I'm glad I didn't get into fights with my sisters because they're the best.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of the best things in the world that I get to travel with my family because we're never homesick. We get to bring it with us and get to grow, and those are some of the dudes who play the audio feed.
One last question. Who does the makeup?
Actually, I used to do Lou's makeup, and Cedar used to do my makeup. But throughout the years, doing it so many times, we've actually just do our own makeup now. And like for music videos as well, we do our own makeup and special effects stuff and everything. Because we used to bring in makeup people. It was a lot of an expense, and a lot of the times we just weren't very happy with it. And we were like, well, we could have done how we wanted it to do a little differently and like a lot better. And so like now, just for music videos, we do it. We've done the music that we just put out, Never Again, and the one that we're going to put out.
Special effects,
Yes.
I did the special effects on it.
All of our stage makeup how we want it because you know, if you want something done right, you do it
You gotta
yourself.
do it yourself,
So
yeah.
and it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, that's true.
Do everything yourself, man. Save money.
It does look like pros do it. I have to give you that too.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to the interview here before we close it out?
Yeah, go follow us on all social media. We run it personally, so if you have any questions or anything you just need to get off your chest or want to talk about, we know what we believe. So we don't just say, oh, we're a Christian band. Like, we know it. So if you have questions, please ask us. Everything's the
GFM Band. So our website, all of our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, anything you can think of, it's the GFM Band. And if you're just kind of feeling lazy, go to thegfmband.com and everything's linked there.
And if you want to support us, you can either get merch on our website or you can just share our links because that also helps us a lot. And so just share our page to your friends or your family or just the world by using Twitter or Instagram or anything.
And if you weren't able to see us on tour, you can definitely go to our YouTube channel and watch all our tour vlogs because we try and make sure we include everything we can for those of you who can't see us yet. Because I know there's a lot of places that we haven't been to, and we're trying to get there really hard. So if you want us to come see us at a venue near you, make sure you tell the venue that you want to bring GFM in.
Okay, and this is your most current CD?
Yes.
Oh, the Horror, with the really cool cover on the front. Retro comic book type style. I like it. My name is Dan Lawrence. We're at the Chains Unchained Festival in Aurora, Missouri. This is GFM.
Hey, we're GFM!
We just got done playing Chains Unchained.
And you're about to watch a video clip of our song Never Again off of our EP, Oh the Horror.